Hey everybody, in today's lesson we're going to do some problem solving with the Pythagorean theorem. In other words, these are word problems, so we'll jump right in. Let's look at number 1. It says a ladder 18 feet long is leaning against a wall. The base of the ladder is 9 feet away from the wall. Find the distance from the top of the ladder to the ground. Round your answer to the nearest tenth. So you'll probably see a lot of these ladder problems when you're dealing with word problems. They've already drawn a picture for us, so we don't have to do that. But you've got the ground, the wall, and then your ladder. And that's just a quick diagram. This is the wall is always going to be perpendicular to the ground. It's always going to form a right angle. And think about that at your own home or even in the school building. The wall, if the wall doesn't come at a perfect right angle with the ground, then the building is leaning in some fashion. And that's just not good. So it has to be perpendicular, meaning forming a right angle. Okay, so we're trying to find how high the distance from the floor to the wall where the ladder meets the wall. All right, so you can see there's a right triangle here. And let me trace over that. We can see there's a right triangle here and that we are missing one of the leg lengths. So we've got x squared plus 9 squared equals 18 squared. Remember, with your Pythagorean theorem, a squared plus b squared is equal to c squared, where a and b are the legs. And the legs of a right triangle are the sides that make the right angle. So we're going to go ahead. 9 squared is 81, and then 18 squared, we get, 18 squared is 324. So we're going to subtract 81 on both sides. It's 243, and then we'll do the square root now of both sides. So when I do the square root of 243, I'm going to get an irrational number. So I'll hold it up there to the screen so you can see. And it says to round our answers to the nearest tenth if necessary. So that's going to be 15.6. The 8 would tell the 6 to go up. So about 15.6. And these measurements are in feet. Okay. Let's try another one. So we're looking at number 2 now. A tree has a shadow length of approximately 9 feet. The distance from the top of the tree to the top of the shadow is about 15 feet. How tall is the tree? So again, that tree from the tree where the tree meets the ground is going to be a right angle. So you can draw in that right angle. Okay? So when you're doing that, and actually I should not have drawn my right angle there. Scratch that. Let's draw in my right angle here. Okay? And so they put X right there, but that's this whole height. So when you look at this now, you can see a right triangle where you're, again, missing a leg. The hypotenuse is 15. The shadow, which is another leg, is 9 feet. So I'm going to say x squared plus 9 squared equals 15 squared. All right, and we're going to go ahead and do 9 squared is 81. 15 squared is 225. When you solve for x, or x squared, you're going to start off by subtracting 81 on each side. So I'm going to do 225 minus 81, and I get 144. Then we do the square root of both sides, and we get 12, and this is all in feet. So that tree is 12 feet tall, is what we found here. All right, let's do one more together. Let's look at this one. Number 3 says, the support pole of the tent shown forms one leg of a right triangle. One side of the tent forms the hypotenuse of the right triangle. Find the length of the base of the tent. Okay, I'm going to change my color and see if that helps it show up. So I have a right triangle here. Can you guys see that? Okay, so we know we have a hypotenuse of 40, one leg is x, and the other leg is 32. If this is 32, then this is 32, right, y'all? All right, so I am, again, missing a leg. So I'm going to do x squared plus 32 squared equals 40 squared. All right, so I'm going to do 32 squared, and I get 1,024. 40 squared is 1,600. So I'm going to subtract 1,024 on both sides. Get 576, and then I'll do the square root of both sides. Okay, so the square root of 576 is 24. Now, be careful though. It says to find the length of the base of the tent. So what we've done is we've found this piece right here. Well, if that's 24 inches, what do you guys think this piece is? Also 24 inches. So that's another 24. So I'm going to do 24 times 2, which is 48 inches. Now, if this were a multiple choice question, 48 inches could be a choice. What else could be a choice? What if they wrote it in feet? How many inches are there in a foot? There are 12 inches in a foot. So if I have 48 inches, that would be 4 feet. So I'm also going to write equals 4 feet. Either one of those choices would be acceptable as long as you have the measurement, the inches or the feet included. All right, let's go to our next page. And I think that's going to be, yeah. So I actually want you to finish now. So I want you to do problems 4, 5, 6, and 7. So pause the video, try those problems on your own, then we'll come back and check. Okay guys, welcome back. So we want to check over your answers. So here's problem 4. There is problem 5. Six, and 7. Okay, so you should have shown your work for each of these problems. If you've got questions about any of the work from this lesson or anything that you don't understand, please bring it to my attention. Once you've finished this sheet, go ahead and turn it in and work on your independent practice. Good luck.